And I'm Ashley.
And you're watching Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show. La da da da. Hi, I am here right now with Ruthe Farmer. Ruthe works at NC Wit, and she is pretty much a big deal. She's fantastic and amazing, and I've known Ruthe for a long time. And today, she was awarded the Social Impact Award on stage during the first keynote presentation. So I actually really want to learn from Ruthe. Tell us about what you did to get a Social Impact Award.
Well, that's a whole big story, but we have this talent pipeline program for girls called Aspirations in Computing. But actually, I was nominated by a faculty member, Dr. Martha Cosa at Tennessee Tech, and then with letters of support from Rain Johnson from Microsoft and two of the girls from my program, Vicki New from Portland and Priscilla Rodriguez from Los Angeles. And so I really have them to thank. And I'm really honored that my peers, essentially, because it's a committee of people from the community that choose these award winners.
That's awesome. So you mentioned that there were some girls that helped write those letters of support, and I've heard, just little whispers that you happen to be involved in this Aspirations of Computing program. So I was hoping you could talk a little bit about what that program is, who it's for, and then how to get involved. Like what do you do?
Okay, so if you want to get involved as a student, I'll talk about that, but I also have ways you can get involved as an industry person, so there's a lot of ways to be involved. Basically, the idea behind Aspirations in Computing is there are smart girls that are interested in technology. Most of them are going to choose business or law or medicine. They're going to choose something else because nobody has invited them into the field. So the way that we approach this problem is let's find all the girls, like find all the mutants, like in X-Men. Find all the girls that are interested in technology and let them know that, in fact, there are jobs for them. There are places where faculty want to welcome them into universities, and that there are other girls like them. So those are the three key components they apply every fall between September 15th and the end of October. So this year the deadline is November 2nd because of the weekend. It used to always be on Halloween, but it was ruining everyone's Halloween because they were staying up and turning in their applications at the last minute. So any high school girl between grades 9 and 12 applies to this program. And all we want to know is, what have you done with technology that you're proud of? How do you show leadership? And where do you see technology playing a role in your life in 5 years? And then those applications are judged by people from industry, over 1,000 volunteers. So that's how industry can be involved. As a technical professional or a faculty member, you can be a volunteer judge, which means you read these applications and you score them. And it is so rewarding to read and just get a glimpse of what young women are doing. That's because awesome. It kind of works on your brain a little about, wow, I had no idea that teenagers were doing this kind of stuff, and not very many technical professionals get a glimpse into K-12 very often.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, once you win this award, and we're pretty abundant with the winning, we plan to have 1,800 winners this year. Our goal is to reach every girl that's interested. Once you win this award, we invite you into an exclusive community. And that community includes young women from 14 to 22. Young women that work at Facebook and Google, young women that are in college, young women that are in high school, and they talk every day. And they support each other and they help each other. We have 5 startups that have come out of this group.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's a recipe for it's basically going to be the best professional network out there because they're so connected. And so that's what you get, really, is this lifetime network. And then we have webinars. We just did a webinar with a PhD on negotiating your salary.
And that was retweeted a lot this morning.
Yes, so I loved so much. I got so much attention on Twitter this morning when I said, heads up tech industry, there's a legion of women coming your way that will be negotiating their salaries. Budget accordingly. And I think that that's really important because Dr. Maggie Neal from Stanford does all this research on negotiation. And one thing she shared at the NC Wit Summit this year was when negotiation is an option, women get even less money because the managers hold back money knowing the men are going to ask, and they offer less to the women because they don't think they're going to ask. So we just need to start asking.
Yeah.
And just demanding fair pay, because that's how we're going to get there.
So a couple takeaways that I've heard is that you're basically the Dr. Xavier of
I was actually called the Dumbledore of NC the other day.
That's great. But to help people with their applications, I know when I was in high school, I didn't think that I was technology focused. Mm-hmm. So what are some examples to say, here's an accomplishment that I've done with technology, right? And like, if I were to apply, would I need to put down, I built an app and I, did data syncing with the cloud? Like, what do I do there?
Well, we're looking for interest, okay, and aspirations. So we are not expecting you to have, gone to space camp 6 times and won the science fair. A really good example is we have a young woman who applied. Well, she runs all this e-service system through her church using iPads so that parishioners that aren't able to get to church can view the service every Sunday. So she set that up. She does the live stream. She does that kind of stuff. Or she creates these PowerPoints of the services. That kind of stuff is a service project and it's technology. So are you into animation, graphic design? Have you been building spreadsheet databases? Those are all entry points into technology. So we're not saying you have to already be coding in C. We're looking for interests. Okay. And maybe you're into Lego robotics, or you've done some animated GIFs, things like that. So looking for interest. And also, there's so much online. Like, I love the Made with Code campaign.
Yeah. Check
that out. Made with Code is great. Code.org has some fun things online. Yeah. She++ has some great stuff. So there's things you can also do online. So we're not expecting, many students go to schools that don't even teach computer science. So there's that challenge as well. But the most important thing is you should apply. Because even if you're not selected this time, now you're in the pipeline, because we still help everyone, even if you haven't received the award yet.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
you. Will put all the information for where to go to apply and get all the good stuff.
Can I add one more thing?
No. Yes.
Once you have received this award, either as a winner or a runner-up, you become eligible for Aspire IT, which is our middle school outreach program. So basically, any young woman who receives this award can get up to $3,000 to teach middle school outreach in computing, which means, and we require that you pay yourself. So it basically creates you a summer job where you're teaching other girls about computing. And so you could do that with a local university, you could do it with local Girl Scout Council, Boys and Girls Club, community center, any partner where you can work together with them and bring technology to kids. So there's an opportunity for you right there, so apply.
That's awesome. We will definitely get all of that info in the description box, so please click the read more down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next episode.